So yeah, in this game, you're transformed into an ape who can shoot. It's probably the wizard's first mistake.
Dude, you know,
I mean, if you left the guy as a caveman, he'd be way more screwed. I mean, look at this. Look, this guy's like a fucking tank.
bro, you die in 1 hit.
Yeah, don't die. Yeah,
Spoilers. I think we're gonna see your death more than a few times in this video.
Yeah, so yeah, to shoot this, I actually shot this twice. And I actually got further the first time I recorded, but I was not playing through the viewfinder on my camera. So I got the video and like half of it was just like you couldn't even see anything. It was like, you know, when you tilt an LCD and like half of it just goes inverse. So I had to reshoot it. And this one I die way more because you know there's like a huge amount of lag. So.
Right. But I did see the Lynx port of this game way back when, and it didn't really register just how impressive this port is. It pretty much got everything from the arcade game in here, which it seems to me. I mean, I was kind of commenting on Twitter, just kind of trolling you about the quality of the Lynx and all this. Did you just die?
Yeah, yeah.
Some random.
I got hit by that bouncing ape guy. Oh, I think I'm gonna die here too, because that guy on the. Yeah, so those guys, if you see them, they're kind of like wiggling and like getting ready to like jump out, and they jump out as soon as you land. So you have to be ready. What you do is you land, point the other direction, and you shoot them.
Yeah, there seems like there's a lot of that in this game.
A bit.
It looks like they pretty much nailed it in terms of porting all of that over.
Yeah, and then that's when you can take a bunch of hits. So
right.
It's a little bit more forgiving. But you know, this is what makes me sad. It's probably the best port. Toki. I used to play this in the arcade a bit. And
yeah, I played the Genesis version, and I don't quite remember it. Something like this. I feel like they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I think it. I really wonder if the Genesis one was originally even going to be a Toki game. I
think they just slapped it. They changed the characters around. We're like, all right.
Kind of feels like it. But it's a weird one. I feel like the art design in the Genesis one isn't quite there, and they called it Toki going ape spit, and I just can't believe that they called it that. That's just so lame.
Yeah, we got to go ahead for that pun. What was it like? What was it, 1990, 1991?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm getting some. Looks like the video is kind of like jumping back and forth. I don't know if that's.
Oh, I was tapping around. Are you watching this just through the screen share?
Yeah, I'm just watching the screen share.
Oh shit.
So keep that in mind. I remember the intro to the Genesis version just being surreal and terrifying.
Now you're making me interested in it again.
Check out the Genesis version.
Yeah.
Side by side comparison.
Well, I don't think you can. I mean, the levels are totally different. One thing I remember setting out at me when I played this in the arcade was just how the levels can, you know, they're not just like scrolling to the right; they're going all over the place, and that seemed kind of like a novelty in 1989.
Right. They did not port the between level map screen where the game like describes in excruciating detail exactly what Toki is going to have to deal with in the next level.
Yeah, no, you don't get that.
Yeah, even the Japanese version, that's in English.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like in the end credits of the arcade version kind of has like a weird pixel self-portrait of everybody on the staff. And there are two white dudes, as far as I can tell, kind of chilling in the back. Maybe they were the ones responsible for writing all that up, but didn't make it in the Lynx version. Worst port of this game ever. Why are the Lynx is just a shameful relic of a lost era. And I don't even know where I'm going with this. I mean, you had strong. I always got the sense you had pretty strong feelings about Lynx.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Let's go to bat for it. Why did you just die again?
Because I try and play through. It'd be fun.
You had the football helmet and everything.
No, so
in my mind, the Lynx is kind of all of its best games are arcade ports, either Atari games or
yeah.
Yeah,
so I mean, a majority of the games that are good are arcade ports. There's a few like Warbirds and Blue Lightning that are pretty good. I play Battle Wheels a lot, which is like this kind of. If you ever played the Car Wars board game, this is like a first-person version of that. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, it's predominantly arcade ports, and you know, back in the day, that was exactly what I wanted. And you know, I eventually sold my Lynx for a Game Gear, and what I mean, I was actually kind of let down. I mean, what I ended up playing the most were either Halley Wars or Space Harrier, and honestly, Space Harrier would have been better on the Lynx.
There was Space Harrier on the Game Gear.
Yeah,
was that like the SMS port, or
pretty much. It's very choppy and kind of you know, very like spray and pray, you know, because it's so choppy. Like you're just kind of like the frame is kind of dropping, and you're mashing the fire button, hoping it actually shoots on that frame.
I mean, the SMS version is still like kind of a technical marvel when you get right down to it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the time I liked it, and honestly, it's better than like the Amiga version that was like held by US Gold or something. I mean, the gameplay's generally there, you know, which is more than I can say for some of the other ports, even if it's choppy.
Yeah.
Speaking of choppy, I think one of the downfalls of Toki here is it is a bit floaty and slow. And I know part of that is, you know, these old LCD screens did not update fast.
Right. I'm wondering if that would be the same kind of stuff would be going on with like an emulator.
Oh yeah. I mean,
because the other thing I remember a lot about the Lynx growing up was I could never really tell what the hell I was looking at.
I don't remember that.
I'm trying to remember I remember playing some Lynx game. I want to say there's some game where you're in like a slime pattern. Or something.
Oh yeah, slime world. Well, that's all like really. That's like programmer art for the whole game. It's like, oh, let's draw like a circle, and okay, here's your enemy. You know.
Yeah. And I could not, for the life of me, tell what the heck was going. Because this was like I was at a neighbor's house or something. They had a Lynx just sitting there on their living room table or something. You know, me just being kind of like, hey, can I check this out? And not having any idea what I was looking at. I think maybe it was like in direct sunlight, so I really couldn't tell what the hell I was looking at.
Yeah, I mean, those old screens are really temperamental. I mean, any of those three old handhelds, it has to be the right angle, the right brightness setting, and the right viewing conditions.
Yeah,
or your host. Like,
it's definitely easy to forget, especially nowadays.
I mean, they spent. I mean, honestly, after this generation of handhelds, every subsequent handheld really spent the added technology, getting better battery life, and getting the screens to suck less. And as far as processor and everything, they were kind of stuck. Yeah, you know, they were kind of stuck in the original kind of Game Boy era. I mean, even to the point that, you know, in Japan you had black and white handhelds still coming out that were new, like the Wonder Swan or the original Neo Geo Pocket.
Right.
So that was just not a priority.
Those pretty quickly went to color, but what just happened there, by the way?
So the collisions are a little bit suspect in this, but you can go a little bit past the barrier, and so the moving platform ran me right into that dude. And actually, I think it's by design that they put that dude there, so you have to make a decision really quick.
Have you finished this version of the game?
No, I've only got like this level's boss, and I think I use the rest of my lives on this sub boss here, but yeah, I've made it farther than this. I really like the art in the caverns level. I think it's really cool. You can't really see the colors here, but it's all kind of purpley and lots of really nice contrasting colors. The art design in this game is pretty. It's kind of alternates fantastic and kind of gross.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so do you have limited continues? Is that just kind of it?
I'm out of continues. You get 3 continues, and that's what you get. So yeah, that's Toki.